Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Tip Tuesday. Sorry, there has been, again, a little bit of other technical difficulties, but we are going to take care of that later on. So, we are only live on Facebook and YouTube for this week. We will go and try to fix the LinkedIn later on. But let's get into the discussion of this week. And today we are talking about what is a title or what's in a title. And so this is a common discussion that we were talking about a lot, also in our live shows, in many different areas, and we've been having comments in on LinkedIn as well. And so, what are titles? Very, very simply put, a title is a role, a given description, a something that not necessarily is it directly related to us. Sometimes it is, and that's a part of that discussion, but it's something more than, I mean, we are more than just this particular, I guess, description. So let's think of it as, a role. I'm the boss of a company, a leader, a parent, a child. All these areas are roles and they come with their titles. Now, did you know that your name is also a title? It's how people refer to you. Why? Because you personally do not necessarily need your name to survive. It's for other people to relate to you. How do people know who I am or try to get my attention? They call my name. Hey, Yermi, what's up? And they will grab my attention and I will have that discussion with them. But personally, I do not need my name for me. Okay, so if I need to go eat lunch, I don't say, hey, Yermi, let's go have lunch. It's just, I go have lunch, right? Whatever the case is. And so, when we could define what these titles are, and we could understand that these titles don't necessarily define who we are at our core, they sometimes are descriptions of certain roles and certain hats we put on and play and do, then we are able to somewhat detach ourselves from these titles. Why is that important? Because a lot of people are going to connect their titles to themselves in a way that is unhealthy, unfortunately. And a lot of them are going to live, or they're going to associate themselves by their, laurels and accolades, as we call them. And that could sometimes be dysfunctional. And that's why typically titles have a negative connotation to them. And so I hope that today's lesson will discuss how to learn how to pretty much separate ourselves from the living that title in a sense of, it defining who we are, but rather describing a certain role that we're currently playing. And if we're able to take that title, and we're going to talk about reputation and other things later on, but if we could take that title as a responsibility and sometimes as a privilege, we realize that we are owners of this title for that temporary time of being, and we better use that title to the best of our ability. So I would love to hear your thoughts about what titles are. And then given this perspective, let's expand on this discussion about how do titles describe who you are rather than define who you are. So let's have that discussion. And thanks again for tuning in to Tip Tuesday this week. See you all next week. Bye-bye.